tried basket weaving. These little fat fingers just can't weave. A little thicker. Language, to learn any of the Chumash dialects. That's extremely difficult. Building things, that's what I can do. It was just my way of being able to connect in an intimate way with my Chumash culture. A little bit more off of this. My Chumash ancestors would have sanded it by hand. This is much easier, faster than the shark skin. I've been a Native American activist all my life. This is the paddle I'm replacing. This paddle will look like that in about 10 years. We made it in 1997 when we also built Eliwayun, which is swordfish, the first working Chumash tomol plank canoe in modern times. Archaeologists say that we've been building plank canoes for around 3,000 to 4,000 years. Down the coast of California, to the Chumash people that lived on the islands, being in our canoes was and is a large part of our culture. Anyone that's been on this channel knows how dangerous it is. It's approximately 20 miles. Conditions can change within minutes. The very first crossing, my Chumash DNA was asleep, getting on the water in the open ocean in a 24-foot tomol. That DNA kicked in.
On September 8, 2001, the tomol, a traditional Chumash plank canoe, was launched from Channel Islands Harbor by the Chumash Maritime Association.
Alan, seat 1. Bert's gonna go 2. Paddlers, get ready.
It was the first time since 1834 that Chumash people had returned as a community to their island homeland.
There were times when we were in perfect unison, everyone following the stroke of the lead paddler, and the paddles hitting the water at the same time, coming out and going back in the water at the same time. That feeling of teamwork and unity.
Most of the families had never been to their island homeland, but a village was born again on Limu. When Eliewun and the paddlers rounded the bend of Scorpion Cove and raised their paddles in salutation, it was a true homecoming.
Over the last 20 years, we've done 13 crossings. I think it's in my DNA. It's something that instantly felt natural to me. I'm in training all year round. I'm 72, in good health, and I think I still have a few years left to paddle. All those houses back there, they're built over middens and ancient sites. Right now, we're on unceded land of the Ventureño Chumash. We never signed a treaty with the U.S. government. We never sold the land. It was stolen from us. My grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents were enslaved at the missions. We were forced to stop speaking our language. We were forced to stop acknowledging our tribal culture, and we were forced to live a European culture. For at least 3 or 4 generations, our cultures were almost lost. I realized fairly early on, in order for me to survive, if you get obsessed with what's fair or what's unfair, it will eat you up and destroy you. Look at that. The Chumash people that know their culture, they all know about Carbonaria and the tar here. This would be enough to glue 2 boards together, probably right here. The Chumash are hunters, gatherers, and business people, and have been for tens of thousands of years. We still are hunters and gatherers. I do most of my hunting and gathering at Vaughn's and Whole Foods now. We have to be able to laugh at certain situations, sometimes even though they're tragic. That's how tribal people have survived the last 500 years. The natural tar asphaltum mixed with the pine pitch to glue this piece of abalone in there. Put a little Chumash bling bling on it. There we go. That looks pretty good. I think that baby's done. I was raised to be proud of my Chumash Tataviam ancestry. Most native peoples in the 50s, they were trying to blend in, not be noticed. That's me with my dad right there with the mohawk. That was a bold thing to do. It was a very small town. We were one of the few Indian families. Most of the town didn't like my father because of the color of his skin, and he was proud of it, and he wasn't going to hide from anybody. He didn't realize he was a Native American activist, but he was. My hope and dream is that this paddle is used by my grandson, my son, future paddlers. If I could do a little bit to help bring that part of the culture back, I could die a happy man. Diego has bumped me out of the tomol. He's now our #1 paddler.
Oh, yeah, right now. Ready? Go.
Being an urban Indian is not easy. The young paddlers see me working hard, see me being dedicated to being a better paddler. Take pride in what they do, take pride in their heritage. That's my hope and dream.
How long is it? 11?
Just over 11.
Mine's like 11.5.
Oh.
One of our young, strong paddlers. I've been a bad influence on her since she was about 12. When you build canoes for thousands of years, you had a large support group behind you.
Everyone's paddling today. Please come around and go ball.
Traditional Chumash tomol. It's like a life preserver thrown to a person that's drowning. It's like an island in the middle of a big ocean.